Greetings, everybody. Greetings. My name is Thomas Legg. Okay. Greetings, everybody. All living creatures, all living human beings. Greetings to all the living dead. Greetings to all the animals, plants, all nature. It is me, Thomas. According to government name, Thomas Ninian Legg. But according to my most beloved grandmother, um, Tomoshi, and um, according to another family member, Balinyemui, um, known as Big T, back in according to my big bro, Big T, into when some of the man them Big T, but other name there, Crazy Leg, Night Rider, what's the other name there again? Uh, my God, Chris Man, anything, Chris Man, yeah. Well, I know me, no say me not the Chris Man, big, yeah. Okay, listen, my real name, if you know me, a special message to my brother there. My true brother there. When I ever sleep, man, one belly for me brother. One man no say kai na kai. And you born kai, and you know that you see that kai, one and a brother. You not get forget one mama, one papa. Now one man know the thing go. Okay, let go. Well, I get message. Today na a special message of revelation. Okay? I say in tongues. And I want for the two for the time. Those who are intelligent, no. Those who no. Okay, Allah, I'm gonna say. Yaye in a shala, I'm gonna sola in a sa. When slavery started, Yaye could not take the punishment. She was not happy with rape. She was not happy with the abuse. She was not happy with anything. Okay, so she gave up. She gave in and agreed a pact with the slave masters, who we all know were, the Indians were the accountants. The new Arabs were the transporters, not the original Arabs. All due respect to true Arabs, original Arabs. Um, the white man was the ship, was the transporter, and so forth and so forth. And of course, the Nigerian and Ghanaian were the captors. They're the ones that captured Ye and Kai, and so forth and so forth. You know, man, know about slavery. Okay, I got this note from the army side, and of course, Ethiopia did not have a hand in it, clearly, but they had a hand of slavery, the Arab slavery of East Africa and the Arab slavery of North Africa, the new Arab slavery of East Africa and North Africa, and the fall of Egypt and everything. That was all the work of Ethiopia, the introduction of Israel to the Middle East and everything. That was a welcome, of course, and an idea of the Elohim and everything. He knew the area he was not protected, he was not safe, surrounded by many states who could change or take action any time. So yes, he asked. India was a bit far away, and he thought, yeah, let's just give him Israel so that we have that safety cover if things go worse. Okay, straight to the point. Yeah, agreed a pact with the slave masters in West Africa and so forth and so forth. That as long as they spare her life and spare her daughter's life and accept her as one of them and accept her as a helper, brother, helper, sister, and a new family member, everything. She was willing to sell everything and she was willing to give up and willing to give up her Jesus to save her daughter and herself for a normal life and freedom and the right to life and live and freedom and everything and everything. Okay, that was the pact. I don't know when it happened during slavery, but it happened, and that's a reality. And more kinds were captured. As a result, more true kings and princes were captured because, of course, Ye is in the family. She know the family, everything. And she's a reader. If you read, she know who you are. Okay, okay, continue. Relax. I'll say the rest in tongues. Ye na sala amonolo in a shara, amasa in a la in a sala o, ashamonolo ra in a shabo, oloboto in a za, Allah in a sa amonolo, olo in a shawo in a talawa, Allah in a shamata in a ja, wolo ulo monata, lara in a shabo in a la, ama in a sala al, chakramonolo in a sakarama yisho, my maya ina sha amuno so amata ina sha ina ko oloboto si ralida za ala mata ina zara ala yala ina sa ko ina tala ila sara amuno so ina sa ko ina shabo ina tako sama ta ina sa amuno lo ina sha ala amuno so ila ida sa ara ina amuno so ala ina sha amasa ina sa la mara ina sha ra ya ala mata ina la ina sha ala amuno lo ina sha oloboto ina jawo ina sha ka amuno to la ala amuno so ala amuno so ina sa. Of course, the Caribbean, which was the empire and the New Kingdom, of course, is obviously the crown in the empire and the mouthpiece uh, of the empire. And yeah, that's why dancehall is number one, because any dancehall track you would dance to it as freely and as energetically as possible. If you even dance to the song even more energetically, had the song even better than it is. Everyone was around in the 90s when the drama started. We Patra, Queen of the Pack. You know what I'm saying? Allah shina marahina la ramatain la hin shala hamoto. Ina salabatain jala unoto rahina la oina shawoina ta. Amoishain la haramatain shalamanto. Kaya lamatain jala ina salawa. Ashamuno la rahina sha. Allah ina sawo ina kramo ina salamuno so. Alamuno sola ina sha ila saramuno lo. Alamatain la hamaso ina la hin sha. Alama saina la haramuno to. Awahina wo ina kramuno lo isha. Amotaina salamuno so. La raina sha amuno so. Alabataina la. Allah ina sha amuno so. Alabotoina la ina sa. Yama ina sha wa ina komo to ina la hala. Ashama ra ina sha la ala haramuno to. O ina sha ro ina kakamada. Shama ina sala alamata ina wo. Mo ina kramuno lo ina sha. Marula sha muno lo ina sa. Mama so mata ina sha. Ba ina celebete ina la harama. Kama ya sha muno lo ina sha amuno so. Awu. Ya mata ina la hisha mo. Ya masa ina la ina mashaina sa. And I start off with a special message to my brothers, or the KAIs, whether you're black, whether you're white, Indian, Chinese, or still have darker brown skin. It don't matter. Kai is Kai regardless. Kai is Kai. Kai is all. There are different variations of Kai depending on the mix with the Ye and with Ye. But either way, Kai will always be Kai. Okay? Kai is one, as we all know. Just like Ye is one, Kai is one. We as brothers must have our own brotherhood. Because Ye has her own sisterhood. Okay? And her sisterhood, unfortunately, it's not just her alone. It's a sisterhood with Yuya, her boss, and you know, works employer. You know what I mean? Exercise employer. You know what I'm saying? Or works. You know what I'm saying? Works employer. You know what I'm saying? Red light employer. You know what I'm saying? She has a sisterhood with her and Yuya, and you know Yuya is both the male and the female of the white man. So if she has a pact with Yuya, and she has a pact also with Sean or whatever you call it, or Sheila and Sean or have a pact or so forth. Okay, she has a pact with them. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, that's the real reality. Okay, she has a pact between herself and she has a pact with the enemies of Zion, the commanders of the enemies of Zion, and that is, of course, that's of course Sean and what's the other one? Yuya, Yuya. Okay, now I'll keep it direct to the point because I only have a few minutes. Yamaina Salahama Tain Lahinsha, Alama Taina Jamuno Rahisha, Lama Sain Lawainaka, Alama Tain Jamuno Inasa, Alama Tain Jamolo, Shama Tain Lahidesha, Aramuno Inisha, Amuinata Alama Sain La, Woinakra, or Motoinasa, Kai, Cook, Amasoin La. Shamatain Lahis, Amoine Sala, Amoine Sha, Roina Kra, Roina Da, war in Aba, war in Kai. So she thinks she can achieve. Sama tain la, shama ina wa, bora, bo ala, oboto ina ja, bo ala, ala ku. So she thinks, that's not how deep it is. Okay? La wo ina shamo ina sa, ala mata ina jawo, kuwa ina shabo, kamu loko, ala mata ishu, maru logo, wo ina ta, wo ina da, wo in awa, ewa, awa, okay? Okay, winner. Yeah, I'm inshallah, I'm gonna so and a special message of thank you and blessing and appreciation and devotion and loyalty from me, those who know who I am, and to the Sahel Alliance officially today. The long live the Sahara Desert. Now they changed the Sahara. Let them keep thinking the whole Sahara now. Yamataila Sarama Shain Lawa, Shamo in Salawa, War in a Kamunoso, Allah in the Saamono in the Sha, Alamono soy the Saamono in the shower, Amasa in the La in the shower, Boina Karamono in the Shaku, Amono in the Sha, Lamata in the Ja, Why in the Saramu in the Shaku, Alaboto in the Ja, or in the Sha, Alamusu in a do, Amoto in the Jamonoso, Kamasi, Obo in a ta, Kamak. A war in a rock, Karuloko, Alese, Tarain Shala, Aramonaso, Omo, Almoso, I am a tono. Ye's problem is she's scared of Kai. Okay? Not scared of Kai because she's not we love her and take care of her. She's scared of the thing that Kai has is too powerful. She can't handle it. Unfortunately, that's the reality. As big as she can be, as round as she can be, as built as she can be, as strong as she pretends to be, as able and capable as she thinks she is, I just had an admittance today. She's scared of Kai's D. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, I don't think she's just been scared. She's not just scared. She's scared. It's not just a D. She's scared that if Kai bores her all the time, or bores her and reaches maximum gear, or Kai bores her and bursts her balloon, he'll take control of her. And she fears being under control of Kai whilst we're still poor and have nothing. She fears being under the control of Kai whilst we are poor and are the most wanted on earth. She fears of being in control of Kai whilst the world is still at war. So she claims. I don't know how true it is. But I don't know how much of a pinch of salt that is. Should ask God. God said that is true. Okay. Lama Shalamatain La. So she avoids Kai. Okay, she avoids Kai at all costs because she's scared that if she's so scared of Kai, okay, you know Kai very well. Everyone knows everyone on earth, but knows all her enemies, everything, and she knows good or bad. But she knows Kai is a jealous God, and he's a jealous man, as he written in the scriptures. I am a jealous God. I said, there is no other God but me. And he also says, worship no other God but me. And he also says, no one gets to heaven unless through Jesus Christ. His other name is Kai. We can say for now, okay? Amoto in la shamarahila sara amonolo, ashamalahila sa amonolo in sha, alamata in jamonolo, alamata in jawo, amosho in la ramonto, la lamata in jalaha, amo in shala amonoso, yena salamata in jawa in sha, alamata in la in sha alama, ashamonolo in sa, alamo in sara, amosho in la homonoso, alamata in la shi, aru in ta, kolo in kilawa, buina ja, awoko ina kira sho boina da aba ina sala ai monolo luma ina shakra monolo asa ina talashi o ina shaka bo ina lakais bo le shala rahuno tarasi lara shuma ina sala amono so spell sila and add its second L sell a chair or sell a hate in other words, okay? Lama shine lahinasa and where do we find the book of Sila? The book of Psalms, or yeah, Psalms. A lot of the word Sila at the end of every prayer. Sila, King David said that in his prayer, Sila. Well, most of the prayers in the book of Psalms end with Sila. Okay? Amatine Shamololo Insa. Amatine and a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, a Turkish friend of mine once upon a time in the place. I was reading the Bible and I kept saying Sila, and I asked her, what does the word Sila mean? And she said, it's a cry out to the one you love, or it's a cry out to the one you desire, or the one you you aspire to be with. Okay, that's why you find the book in Psalms. At the end of most of the prayers, or in between both prayers, it's a Sila, or Sel-A-H, okay? Or Cell or say cell age, CELAH, or you intelligent to understand S and C, okay? Good. Amatain shala alamatain la shila maraina sala alamatain la hinishala alamatain la yela mashain la hinasa amaro inishala alamatain ja woina nija amatain ni ja okay? Not Niger. It just happened to be that they called Niger and Niger and stuff like that. Okay, everyone knows that region was once the region called Upper Volta, and I don't know Niger's name before. I forgot it. Okay, and that region between Burkina Faso, south, and borders with Ghana and so forth, was a place I've seen already in the video that is the true Jerusalem and true Israel. And I said again, long live the Sahel Alliance. I am willing to do anything to protect the Sahel Alliance. The Sahel Alliance, if it does succeed, Kai cannot succeed, and Kai will eventually be killed off in Africa, at least. Or if not in Africa, once he's killed off in Africa, it will be much easier to kill off all the Kais in the world. As I say again, brother, forever. Ye ina shala maina sa, alamata ina jawalo ina sa, ama ina shala alamata ina si, aura ina shawo ina shala aramoto, shala mata ina lahin sha, alamasa ina lawo ina shamata ina la. Maya ina sha amonolo, amata ina ro, olobo ina sha ka amono sola ina sa ama shalo ina tarahul, amo sho la ramonoto, la mata ina shala amono so, alamatain sala amono so ile sa amono so alamatain shala matain ro ala shulo asabo inata karo la sha matain sa amatain sala amono so alamaro in shala ai olo so aramono lo olo boto in ja kulo so batai amosholo ko inakra bo in shakula bo in shilowo muina takus amolo in shakla Buena Sala Kramono Sora in Shu Alabata in La. Much love to the leaders of all the regions that in the north, in the east, in the west, or in the south. We are all one Kai, one Shah, as always, one Allah, as always. Allah Monolo and Shah. I just took a simple notice, okay? 800 years of Islam. The world was 170 to 80% Islam, okay? And we've now had 800 years of Islam. And the result is we're getting lighter and lighter, whiter and whiter. We're looking less and more like ourselves than we used to 800 years ago. Okay, interesting stuff. Yeah, of course. So it's always it's Asian. So she sometimes has blue eyes. She also sometimes puts on blue eyes. She sometimes puts on pink hair, yellow, blonde hair, and so forth and so forth. You understanding? Pink. Why would she do that? Because in her mind, she is actually a white girl. Alamatanja. I think that's technically why in Sierra Leone we call any girl a bit too light or not dark enough a white girl. I think we're intelligent enough to see and know, okay? Ama saina sarama shain la haramonoto, lama in shawa in a taru lo boto in a ja, ama showing la nija, nija. I'm talking about country nija, of course. Nija, ja, 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 J-A. Okay? Aja is not J-A-H, Aja is J-A. Okay? As in okay. Okay? Amatayin sa amrahin sa, amatayin lahasa, amatayin za monolo in sha, amarin salama shoin lahan matayin ja. Bloody Mary, ilamasayin la sha monolo, aram monolo in sha amro in salakra, almashoin la wo in sha moin la, wo in la in shola amatayin za, lamatayin sha la hanamataro, amashayin la ramonotora in sa, boina kra monolo sharuno, amatoyin za, bo in Western Europe, lawa in the shore, or in the Takara, abaso in La Shamonoso, bo in East Asia, tigers, Eastern tigers, awa ashamonolo, or ko wulolo, ida salaku, or bosinata, awa in Shaamonoso, bo in Russia, alawoso in a salaka, ashamonolo, ku oto, ashabolo in a takasa, aba in a shakamonoso. Bo in Central Africa. I mean Central Asia. Ala awa akasa monolo kudo inasha bu inete ala masain la hasha monolo oko inataka amashala inasabo inasha ala ku umo inasha. Bo in Latin America. Awa in sa ko in a tala il amosho in la olomboto in la in sha ala mata in la hai ala masho in la ala masa in la in sa abo ako in shabo in tala ishobo in ta ala mata in za monolo in sha in sa ara monolo in sha ama in shakra monolo lo in shali olomboto in la kia alaba shi obo in te awa in sa amonoso. I know Latin America is key. Why Latin America is key is where the Portuguese started the whole game and the Spanish were number two in the whole game, settled. Okay, so and Latin America has a habit of hosting all the different races over the years. Latin America hosted the Indians, the American Indians. Latin America has hosted the Mao of Northern Canada, Latin America, and North America, Latin America, North America, or Bolo in North America. La wa ina show akumoto ina la, samuno isa ala masha ina la, wena ka ama isa, ala meta isa amono so, akra monolo, ashakra lese ala masa, awa ina show ina talesa, yamata ina sara hahul, amashari isa, amashain la ina sa amono so, loboto ina ja, Alamatanza, Amotoinza, Amonosoidesa, Amonoso, Alamatanza, Amonosoidesa. Law for the sons of Shebo or Yebo, all over the world is Lawa Asamonolo Ko in a Sha, Wahu Asamonolo, Kamba in a Shakra Monolo, Olodo in a Shakramu, Tele Ishu, Olobo in a Ta, Kara in a Shabo in a Ta, Allah in Sha'amonoso, Allah Moto in a Ja'uloso, Aramonolo in a Sa, Aramonoso all, Amasha in a Lahinasa, Alamonoso al, Ashamono, Alamataishi, Alahra, Amahila Sa'ai, Ayamonolo in Sha'amonoso, Alamonoso ilasa, Alahisa monoso, Alaboto in Ja alasa, Akramo o, Asha olo, Abu in Ada, Asaramoto in Aza, Wu in Ataka Samonoso, Awu in Ade, Ashela Rahel, Amasa in La. Think of what else? Okay. Awa in Sa, Amrahinsa, Amata in La Hinsha, Alamasha in La Hinsa, Awa in sha amon so ila sa amon so. Awa in sha ila sa. Ama in sa amon so. Aramata in sa anamata ila sa aramon to in sa arahil. Ama sha in la homon to. Amata in sa. Olo in sha la ala amon so ila sa amon so. Lo bo lo bo chi bo lo ye bo lo all over the world for the son of Zion. That was it. Okay? Lié à Alamatanja. When she cooks, she always poisons the son of Zion. Okay? When she gives medicine, she always gives a bad version to the son of Zion. Okay? When she gives drink, she does not stop and turns a blind eye when the son of Zion gets a bad drink. Everything that the son of Zion eat, drink, and take as medicine, she turns a blind eye. If it's bad or good, it doesn't matter. It's what is commanded for that particular spirit in front of them, or whatever affect level they feel from young Bo. That's it. That's the son of that Yaye, or Maya, or or Maria, or Miss America, or whatever ones, or Pretty Patel or whatever. Okay, Simon or Law insha. I only got a few more minutes and battery on that. La mashain la sa amrain sel amosho ye la fanzaina sara ha mashain lawa aramatain la ramuto la ramatain shala aramunuto aramuno in shara munuto la sina masha amatain sala aramuto araina sala amunoso ramatain la shia marahin la uina kramuno in shakro munuto la sidiwa shua ne talabos in a lahish una sala aramunuto alamatain sala alamatain za. That's why the song like was dropped whilst I was chasing someone by some clowns, if I ever catch them, you know what time it is, that you're not allowed to open your legs from my guy. Ashara Mataya Yaye, she lives her whole life from nursery 2 to 3. She's employed, okay, she's befriended, because the nursery, the word of the law of nursery in most of the world is all kids are one, we're all united, we must play with each other, we must not fight each other, and we must all be one. But the reality in nursery is that all kids play with each other and are always united, but the one who's an outcast is always black Kai for weird reasons that are very clear. Okay? Wain shara amunu so la me shar la sama rahin la wa shain la hi sa wa ina sa amataina zamunu so ye na sala ama shain la ramunu to la masain la wona isa aramatain jawo ina krama isala arahum ama shain la ramatain ja alamatain za. Ye made a pact with them, but she knows eventually they'll betray her, and then she knows the time for her to betray is now, and she's made it very clear. She no longer wants a part in it. Okay, she didn't say face to face. I told her what I know is going on, and she's wanting to help me talk to this one. She said she no longer wants a part in it because now she knows she's been wrong all along. Now she knows she's been wrong to kill her own family all along, but she said she felt she had no choice because that was the pact, that was the new covenant or whatever, and she has to stick to the new covenant, or the plan that if she doesn't stick to the new covenant, any Yaye does not stick to the new covenant, her punishment is death. Okay, so that's why it's always between daddy and the father line. Okay, Kai father line, regardless if it's the Eastern Tiger father line, or the subcontinent father line, or the North East Europe father line, or the Central America father line, or the South America father line, or the North America father line, or the Central Asian father line, or the Arab father line, or even the North African father line. Okay? Ashamra ina sala aramata ina shamuno lo ina sara ayla hama shain la sa. Maya ina shawa ina sa ara muno Torah ina shaba ina sa. We must bring the Torah back. We must resurrect the Torah, the original Torah, as the law of the lands, as the law of all living beings, as the law of all human beings, whether dead or alive. We must bring back the Torah now, or else it'll get too late. We're running out of time to bring back the Torah. We must drop all the religions and bring back the Torah. Okay? We're running out of time. The original Torah. Okay? We're running out of time. Because the beast is about to be ready soon. The portal has already been built. And they're slowly they're just checking it, testing it for now. And I don't know, it could be a matter of months or a year or two before they are hoping to finally bring the beast to Earth. And when the beast arrives, Yaye is already got a pact with Yuya and Sean, or whatever. Yuya, who is both the male and female version of White Man, she's a she. Yeah, she has a pact with him and them, and yeah, and the pact is that the kid us and everything. No, the pact is of always from slavery. She has a pact with them. She has a pact with uh, pact with Raj. She has a pact with Ga'ala. She has a pact with Bata. She has a pact with Shiloh. She has a pact with Sheila. She has a pact with New Jack or wannabe Jack or pretend that we love Jack. But the reality is you're hunting Jack like there's no tomorrow. Ramatayin Jala Hamadayin Salah Haramatu. Ramatayin Lahama Shain La. Raisha Hamada Sala Sar Sar Mashaina Sar Sar Amatai Sar Wahashama Shida Washa Wataisha Wa Amashaina Sala Amunoso. Isa. I'd say a special word for Isa. Isa in a Saraba in the Sa Amatain La Amatain Shawuno. So no, a special word for Musa and then Isa and it's the end of the two. Amashain La Sa Musa in the Saramatain Sha Walla in Saramatain Sha La Hamasain La Wa in the Saramatain Za Amatain Sa Musa in the Saramatain Salamatain Za. He must starve. If he's big and he eats, there's a competition for the other men, especially money. Oh, and for God, Ye's pact is also with the Oni or money. Okay? Or Oni or Egun or whatever. Okay? Or Nigeria. I forgot the team as well. Okay, that's it. That's the pact. That's the club. That's it. That's the team. Okay, all 8 members of the team and Raj as well and the Mullah. So that's the team.